Oh, that's a monster. Oh, that's a monster. That is an absolute monster. Stay on. That is a monster. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In my last video, if you watched it, I was kayak fishing on the river. I fished a few more hours that day and I was on the creek, and that's what you'll see in this video. I got out and I noticed that the water was low and clear still, but we had some breeze. It was a bit windy, so I was struggling to get casting distance. I was throwing the Nikko sinking Hellgrammite a good bit. I was catching some fish on it, but there's not a lot of weight there. And with the combo I had out on the creek with that breeze, I was really struggling to get some casting distance. So I switched up at one point to the 4 1/4 inch Hellgrammite on the North Branch tackle sled jig, and I caught some more bass on that. But even with that low clear water, even with the breeze, we managed to get on some decent creek bass for the summer. But the fall's just around the corner. We're gonna really start to catch some better fish, but I'm still having fun out on the creeks. Hope you guys enjoy the video. There's a fish. Not a big guy. Nothing to write home about, but it's a smallmouth. Nice little fish. Thank you, buddy. There we go. Ooh, there's some big suckers over there. A bad little bass. Right in the corner of the mouth. Thank you, buddy. So the good news is that there's a little bit of a breeze, which is gonna break the surface up a little bit and hopefully hide me a little bit better. Bad news is I can't see fish, so I can't side fish them, which isn't a big deal. I know they're around. I brought the wrong rod today. I'm not getting a ton of casting distance with the one I have. Oh, that's a monster. Oh, that's a monster. That is an absolute monster. Stay on. That is a monster. Maybe not as big as I thought he was. When he jumped, that sound he made. Oh, that's a good fish. That's a good fish. Don't come off, don't come off. Another fish that's not that long, but is thick. Goodness gracious, what a fish. That's a thickie right there. Absolute thickie. There's only 17 inches, but he is a unit of a smallmouth. When I hooked into him and I heard the splash he made, I thought for sure this was a 19. But no, he's just heavy. I mean, look how broad that fish is. Only 17 inches. I knew he wasn't that long when I got him up close, but he's heavy. Oh, see ya, buddy. What a nice fish. Here's a tip, guys. When you're waiting and the sun's high, as much as you can, try to fish into the sun, because fish are very wary of shadows. Their whole lives, everything that casts a shadow is trying to eat them. Eagles, osprey, herons. So the sun, it's pretty high, but it's in front of me. And you see that, well, I can't really show you, but my shadow is behind me. So the fish in front of me aren't seeing my shadow before I get there. And instead of fishing that's weightless, we're gonna fish a sled jig. We're just gonna keep figuring this out. This sinking Hellgrammite will definitely work. The problem is with the wind and the rod I have right now, I have no casting distance. In the summer, when the water's low and clear, is when casting distance is the most important. Lost my fluoro there out of my bag for a second. But yeah, in the summer, casting distance is critical. So you need to be able to cast far enough so that you're not spooking the fish. So I have the 4 1/4 inch Hellgrammite here. This is a North Branch Tackle sled jig. This is a 1/16 ounce, and this is a 3/0 hook. This would be a little too big for the 3 inch Nikko Hellgrammite, man. But 3/0 is perfect for the bigger Hellgrammite. There we go. Oh, that's a good one. That is a good one. Oh, he's swimming towards me. That is a healthy fish right there, guys. Yes. Yes, sir. Get over here. Not the longest fish in the world, but he's got a gut on him. He's healthy. Good fish. He's about 16 inches or so. 15 3/4. Not a bad fish at all. He's healthy though. Not the longest, but he's eating well. Started out with that 3 inch weightless sinking Hellgrammite. I switched to the 4 1/4 inch floating version with the North Branch Tackle sled jig. Again, primarily because I can't get any casting distance in this wind with the setup that I brought. I'm catching some grass every once in a while, which is annoying, but at least I'm not spooking these fish before I even make my way to them. And because this is more of a bottom presentation, I'm working it more than I do a sinking Hellgrammite. The sinking Hellgrammite I pretty much just cast out and let the current take it. With this sled jig, I'm either slowly dragging it across the bottom, or what I did for that bass, throw it out there, pop, pop, drift. Pop, 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 drift. Pop, 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 pop. Trying to bounce it along the bottom. Nikko, if you're watching this for Christmas, I would love a sinking 4 1/4 inch Hellgrammite. Give me a little more casting distance, be able to fish that thing weightless. That would be spectacular. Even though this is a weedless presentation, I'm catching a lot of grass. So I can go back to the sinking Hellgrammite, and if that's not doing it for me, I will tie on a fluke, because I can fish that with a size 1 drop shot hook, and it's heavier, so can make some longer casts. There we go. There's a fish. Quite a difference from that 17 we had a second ago. Thanks, buddy. Fun nonetheless. Oh, there's a fish. Oh my goodness, what a dink. What a dink. Got another PW, guys. First and the worst. I've definitely caught smaller. That is for sure. When I say it gets tough in the creeks in the summer around me, you got a lot of these guys. Cool looking fish, but not what you're going for. Well, that's gonna do it for me, guys. We caught some decent bass out there. That one that was about 17 really tricked me. He made me think I had a monster. When he jumped out and he slapped the water, I thought he was a stud, but he was just a thickie. But we caught some decent bass. We had some fun out there. The breeze made it tough, but we just tried to adapt and come up with something that would work. Like I said, guys, the fall bite's around the corner. We're gonna get on some good ones here soon in the river. Until next time, tide lines.